So on the one hand, email is still a really prime function of how we communicate with people. Sending out, be it a press release, whether it, or if, just what we would call an influencer mail or an influencer blast, which will usually be a lot more focused and to the point. Because so with press releases, a challenge is that some media outlets will simply take your press release and just copy paste it verbatim on their website, and they will publish that. So you want your press release to be something that the public could read and would be interesting and would be enticing to them. If you email a YouTuber, it doesn't need to be anywhere near that fluffy, because they actually are very time poor. They don't want to sit and read a long email like that. They don't really care. What they want to know really is, do you have a key for that game and can I just play it? Ideally they want to watch some video of it first and understand, what is actually the game that I'm going to be spending my time bothering to download. And that's the core thing you need to get across to them. If you try and spend a whole A4 sheet talking about, the backstory and the world and all of this stuff, they're probably not going to read it. So it's a big waste of time. So I think that's if, for us, we also split, we deal with influencers on the PR team, but we do divide them, within Prezly, we have different tags for people, depending if we consider them to be more traditional media or influencers. But, it's fair to say that there is a real gradient between different people there. You're right to say that those things are intermingling, because for me, I look at the difference of motivation. So if I am a, salary employee of a games media outlet, my motivation is probably to get as many articles up on my website today as possible. I'm looking for variety. I'm looking for good headlines. If I am a streamer, yes, I might be looking for something, new and fresh, but I'm also looking for something that I maybe can own, that I can be the go-to person for that particular title. I'm looking for something that I enjoy playing enough that if my audience wants me to, I'm happy to play it every night all week. And that's a very different thing when you think about it. Having this, one shot kind of disposable but exciting news piece versus having this, long-term, very engaging, very rich experience for somebody else. So, and in between those two, of course, are all the subtleties of everybody in between. So whether it's people who do video essays now on YouTube, which is an extremely time consuming and rich thing for them to do. It takes a lot of research. It takes a lot of playtime, but all of it comes out as something that maybe is like a 15-minute video at the end of it. How do you address those sorts of people as well? Again, there is no clear-cut answer because this stuff's all really new. Yeah. So typically speaking, it's just about common sense. It's about trying to put yourselves in the shoes of someone and say, what do they want out of this relationship? So don't know so much thinking about what you want. You want coverage, fine, great, good for you. But what do they want from it? Because if you can't actually appeal to what they want, then the odds are there is somebody else right next in your inbox, in your Twitter DMs, wherever you're actually approaching somebody, there'll be somebody else there waiting to take that opportunity instead.